My guest tonight is a sports legend. He's a boxing Hall of Famer. He won world titles in 5 different weight classes. He's also an Olympic gold medalist. You've seen him on television. You've seen him in movies. And he is here with us tonight. Sugar Ray Leonard, how are you, sir?
I'm doing fine. What's up?
Well, listen, you know, when we think of you, we think of challenges like Benitez and Duran and Hagler, but Dancing with the Stars.
You telling me?
Tell us a little bit about your experience with that. I mean,
well, when I didn't really know that it had taken place, that I was actually one of the cast members until they announced it. And I said, I am on this show. And it was stressful because, you know, there is no correlation. They say it's correlation with boxing moves and dancing, ballroom dancing, but there's not because it's so opposite. You know, as a boxer for 30 years, my shoulders are rounded and my chin is down. And ballroom dancing, your chin is exposed and your chest is open.
Right.
But you know what? I had the best time. It was a great experience. I learned how to ballroom dance a little bit, not a lot, but enough to enjoy.
Right, enough to get by.
Enough
Right.
to do a little routine.
Well, you know, you've had some comebacks in your career, and you're going to have another comeback on Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, the finale, yes.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that. I think it's the 23rd, 24th of May. I'm excited. I'm really excited, you know, and boy, that I have another thing on my resume.
Yeah, well, have you done any you know, little dancing in between there? Are you going to show some new moves? No?
No, you know, I just got a invitation to dance in Turkey. Is it Istanbul?
Yeah.
Yeah, to dance. I said, these people, I don't really dance. That was a show.
This is a third career for you, or a fourth career.
Who knows where it may take me? Who knows? But I love it. I truly love it. It's big fun.
Now, aside from your future dancing career, you know, you could be the Fred Astaire of 2012 or something, but author as well, because you've got a new book coming out.
My memoir, comes out June 7th. I worked on this thing for nearly 2 years, you know, and it's a book that I'm very proud of. It's a book that crossed many paths from an emotional standpoint. I was, you know, there was times I laughed, I cried, I was angry. It's my life. All of a sudden, I revisit my life, and sitting down for almost 2 years, you know, people refresh your memory about certain incidents or certain fights or certain things, and it was very challenging, but I'm very proud of it.
Well, I am certainly anxious to read the Duran stuff.
Oh, that's I mean, there's some very defining moments in my life, my boxing career, with Roberto Duran, with Hagler. Hagler is big too.
Oh, sure.
And the Hearns thing was, I mean, all these fights, Hearns, Hagler, Duran, Benitez. I mean, they were quite defining.
Let me ask you a question. You know, because boxing now is sort of not as prevalent as it used to be. Do you think it can ever get back to a time where it is?
It's going to be a lot. It's going to take a lot.
Yeah.
Because boxing, you're right, boxing is not as prevalent as it used to be. And that's also because we don't have a heavyweight champion. You know, there's no American heavyweight champion. And also, we just need more. There's talent, but there is no recognition, if you will.
Right.
You know, because back in my time, people knew, even if they were not boxing fans, they've heard of Tommy Hearns, they've heard of Joe Frazier, they've heard of names who were not really household names, but were very marketable names.
Sure,
if that makes sense.
Yeah. And of course, that led you, you know, that success led you into various different appearances and different careers, and
without question.
You know, you were recently in that movie, The Fighter, and now I understand you've got a new movie.
Well, you know, I worked with Hugh Jackman on this new movie called Real Steel, and I think that comes out in October, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I mean, I found a whole new career. You know, I mean, the thing with Dance with the Stars, I mean, that came out of nowhere. I said, well, this is cool. You know, it's a whole different audience that kind of woke up to, oh, that's who he is. That's not the band, Sugar Ray.
Right. Well, I like the fact that they just sort of announced that you would be on, and that was news to you. That's interesting.
I was like, oh, this is going to happen for sure.
Well, two things I want to touch upon briefly that I know are very important to you. You're involved with charities, and the Sugar Ray Foundation, which benefits juvenile diabetes research.
Right.
And you've got 2 events coming up, I believe.
I do. Well, I've been involved with Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation for many, many years. I've even testified in Congress with one of the brothers, Nick Jonas, and Mary Tyler Moore, and that was, just being of service. And now that I've, started my foundation, we are trying, with my celebrity, I'm trying to raise awareness and raise funds that goes towards research that would hopefully one day, sooner than later, eradicate this horrendous disease.
And by the way, anybody who wants information on this, especially your research foundation and your life or anything, can go to your website.
SugarRayLeonard.net, yes.
Can't get better than that. Well, listen, it's a thrill talking to you, and I know you got to run. This is a busy day for you, but I will say Hugh Jackman has been known to dance on occasion, and he might be able to give you some pointers.
I should have checked with him sooner.
Yeah, because you never know. This could be a whole new career for you.
And he was a great guy. He's a tall guy, big guy, but he's a great guy.
And he's a tough guy and a hoofer, so he can dance as well. All right, thank you so much.
Thanks, buddy.
Bye-bye.